The truth of the matter is that my honesty, because I before when I was in that marriage, I lied. I had infidelity as well. You know, I did everything to cover up my stuff that I was doing. But the truth of the matter is that when I started going to church and I got a relationship with Christ, I really took that part seriously. I took it seriously so much that I told my ex about my infidelities and the thing, just to really be upfront, be honest, and have a clean slate. And so once I was able to do that, and I had the strength to come out and say, yeah, I did cheat. You're asking me this question, and I'm not gonna lie. You're asking me, did this happen? So I'm gonna be honest and tell you. Um, that's really where it came from. And to be honest, if I could tell him that and my life kind of got obliterated after that, I'm not, I mean, well, it was already going through a lot, but it really got crazy after that admission. It really got crazy. So after that, it was a cakewalk for me. I'm gonna just tell you the truth. I'm just gonna say how I feel. And like I said, I do have to work on delivery, but I really, after that, it was a cakewalk for me to just be truthful and be honest about things. And you know what? Another thing is I'm a person that treat people the way I want to be treated. I despise when people lie to me. It's a for some reason for me it's a direct um it's like a direct hit at my intelligence that you think that I don't get it or that I don't see through it or that I would never learn of it. Like it makes me feel that people think I have a lack of intelligence when you lie to me and you do all of these things. It's so many different stories I could come up with where people have lied and I sit there and I know the lie and I know they're lying and but it irks me. So I don't want to make people feel like that. So I try to do my best to be honest with them because I know how it feels. And it might feel different to everybody. Some people, like for instance, if my girlfriend didn't look good or she was dressed a certain way, maybe she might want me to lie so she could go out there in the world and feel like, but I don't think so. I think that you're a person that should tell them that don't look right. This ain't good. You shouldn't. I'm gonna tell you a story. When I was in school, I went out to a workshop. And this is like just telling people the truth. I came in the building off the elevator. I saw my assistant principal, and as soon as I said, you saw him, I'm like, hey, what's up? I'm talking to him. He comes talking to me. He has like black stuff all over his teeth. And I'm like, you got all of this stuff. What's going on? And he got angry. He got angry. He was like, I've been in meetings, I've been talking to people, and no one could just tell me. But that's how deep people will not just say what it is. You could do this. You got something right there. Yeah. People will let you sit there, with stuff in your teeth, stuff in your nose, stuff in your eyes, your shirt's on backwards, all kind of stuff. And just what is the problem? That makes no sense to me.
Well, you know what I think? Because I think about, well, firstly, so I have a friend who's very much like you in the way you say it. It always fascinates me because I've traditionally been more on that other side of like, I don't want to say that. I feel bad. I'm worried about it. And it amazes me every time when I see him do it, how people respond. So like, thank you. Like, thank you for telling me that. Like they love that. And I do personally too. He's one of my best friends. I was the best man in his wedding. And I talked about it in the wedding speech of like, there's such an attraction to that, to somebody that's willing to just be honest and be genuine because it's coming from a good place. But I wonder if that's not the reason why people don't do it, myself included at times, is like the stuff in the teeth is a pretty easy one. But let's go back to like your girlfriend who's wearing something, right? Like there's somewhat of like a trust or a confidence that you're reading it right, that your assessment is like, yo, that outfit looks stupid. Like you got to take that off. That looks ridiculous. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my fashion style is off. And like, who am I to tell her that, you know what I mean? So I think sometimes that's where people get caught up where they're like, I want to tell this person the truth, but how do I know that my version of the truth is the right one, or that I'm credible enough to give this opinion? Like, maybe, you know what I mean? Like, how do you think about that part of it?
Um, you're right. Your fashion sense could be off. My
Uh-huh.
fashion sense could be
Uh-huh.
off, right? But I've had that situation with a girlfriend, and I've been like, "Girl, come on, let's look in my closet. Let's figure this." You know what I mean? And she was okay. She got her shirt. She was like, "Oh yeah, this looks better, girl." And I don't know. And I think that when it's fun loving and it's not, it's not so like, what's wrong with you? Why do
Yeah.
that's hurtful. That's hurtful. But if you make it fun, I'm like, girl, come on.
You sure about that shirt?
Let me hook you up. Maybe you got, and then it makes it a little more, you put people's guards down,
Yeah.
and now they feel a little more ease. Like, you're not trying to come for me. You're not trying to hurt my feelings and make me feel bad and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I have no problem going up to strangers in the street and picking lint. Like, I'm really like, I'll be like, Miss, you got, because strangers don't like touch. You don't want to touch people, but I'll be like, Miss, you got something. If you don't mind, I'll get it. Girl, get that off of me, whatever. It's like, come on, we humanity, brothers and sisters. Why are we not helping each other like this? I don't understand. So that's the extent of my honesty. Like, I'm going all the way in with it. I'm not just saying stuff that's hard to say.
Yeah.
I'm saying stuff that's necessary, like that. So I don't know.
Well, I think it goes back to what you said before about kids. I think, just like you said with kids, where like they can sense when it's coming from a good place, when it's coming from a place of truth and caring and compassion or love or whatever, and then they accept it. And it's probably still true for us as adults. Like, we have some sense, like, I know Marie. I know when she says that, it's coming from that place of love, so I'm not going to take offense. But versus maybe there's somebody else where it's like, that person hasn't figured out their shit yet. And when they say something like that, they're saying it from a place of insecurity or pain or whatever it is, right? Ego. And they're trying to put me down, or they're not saying it. So it's really about where it's coming from. And I think it goes back to what we were saying before. And it sounds like for you, it was Christ. Christ was the thing that allowed you to set that threshold of like, I know, almost you're answering to him, right? So when you're being honest, I know Christ is kind of hearing this. And would I be okay with him knowing what I'm about to say to this person? And if the answer is yes, then it's coming from the right place. Is that kind of how it works?